Hi, kindergarten and first graders. It's Mr. Wilhorn again, back to tell you about some more characters. And today I have all animals. I have a frog, and a dog, and a cat, and an aardvark. So, can you guess who they might be? Wow, I won't make you wait. Let's jump right in. The first character I have for you is Froggy. So there's your frog. And the author of the Froggy books, his name is Jonathan London, and he says that all of the Froggy books are based on stories that happen with his own kids, and that he thinks that readers like you can always see something in his books about Froggy that is like the things that you have in your own lives too. Here's some examples. Like in the first one, Froggy goes to the library. He gets so excited about books, he pretends to be a superhero. He pretends to fly. He pretends to be a dinosaur. All of those are great for the imagination, but maybe not great for in the library. In Froggy Gets a Doggy, he wants to get a dog, and he does, but he finds out that having a dog is a little more work than he thought at the beginning. And in this one, Froggy plays soccer. Soccer is one of my favorite sports. He has a hard time remembering that he needs to pay attention and watch the ball and not use his hands. That's a really hard part for him. The next character I have for you is Biscuit. Now, Biscuit is just a silly dog and a silly little puppy, and she doesn't mean to do things, but she's just a little puppy that likes to explore things. So like in the first one, it's time for bed, but of course she wants a snack, or she wants a drink, or she wants to snuggle, or a blanket, or a hug, or a kiss, or a doll, or all these other things except for bedtime. And in Biscuit Goes to School, you and I both know dogs don't go to school, but Biscuit follows to school anyway to see what's going on. In Biscuit's day at the farm, Biscuit has to help at the farm all day, and the piglet keeps getting out. Well, he helps get Piglet back in, but Biscuit himself ends up in a pretty interesting spot at the end of the book. The next character we have is an aardvark, and it is Arthur. There's Arthur right there. So Arthur has a sister named DW, and sometimes they don't get along. He's got a really good friend named Buster, and he worries about some things. Like he has a nightmare in one book about going to school in his underpants. He forgot his pants. What a nightmare that would be. In Arthur's pet business, he wants to get a dog, kind of like Froggy, and to prove that he is responsible and can take care of it, he starts a pet business to take care of other pets. And he finds out, like Froggy, that it's kind of tough. Arthur has changed a lot. This is the very first book, and I want to show you a picture of Arthur. This is how he looked in his very first book. That's Arthur. And that's how he looks now. He's changed quite a bit, but he's still the same Arthur on the inside, the same character that we love. The last character I have is Pete the Cat. Now, in the first Pete the Cat book, it's called I Love My White Shoes. He is so excited and sings, I love my white shoes, but then he walks through strawberries, and his shoes turn red, and he sings, I love my red shoes. Then he goes in blueberries, and his shoes turn blue, and he thinks, I love my blue shoes. Well, no matter what happens, he always seems to look at it in a good way rather than in a bad way. He's a pretty cool cat. He comes up with some really creative solutions. I showed you this one before, Construction Destruction, where they work on a playground for the school. One of his favorite foods is bananas, and in this one it turns out that he doesn't like them, but maybe he changes his mind. A Pet for Pete, where he gets his own goldfish. And in this one, he comes up with a really creative solution to something that could be really bad. So this is called Pete the Cat and the Treasure Map. And he is the captain of a ship. And as they are sailing along, here they are, sailing along, all of a sudden there is a sea monster. But instead of being scared, Pete plays music. He plays music for the sea monster, and the sea monster ends up being the drummer in their band. What a creative solution. The sea monster even ends up helping them later when there is a storm. Those are the characters I have for you today. We have a frog, that's Froggy, and a dog, Biscuit, I guess who's just a puppy. We have an aardvark, that's Arthur. And finally a cat, and that's Pete the cat. Hope you enjoy these characters as well as the other ones that I've shared with you. And until the next video, we will see you then. And I hope you have a great time reading these books. Bye-bye.